Okay, guys, here's my commercial. Just skip through it. Just fast forward. Go find a joke. Maybe I should start put Jonathan Fibonojji joke and then Jonathan Fibonojji commercial. Or anyway. All right, you'll see. Okay, here's my commercial. It's painful. It's painful. Okay, here I am in La Jolla, California. One thing that I want to do, obviously, is do more teaching. I want to do some comedy. There's a comedy store here, but I just don't have the, I want to be, if I'm going to do comedy, I want to be in LA. I want to be in LA because that environment, that's how you get good, dude. Like, if you want to be a good neurosurgeon, dude, go find the best neurosurgical team. Where's that going to be? Johns Hopkins? Yeah, there you go. Ben Carson. Hashtag Ben Carson. Hashtag Ben Carson. Don't get me on Ben Carson, dude. You're like, okay, just go back to your fucking commercial and stop hashtag Ben Carson because I want to elect a woman who has a vagina because I believe that having a vagina is the only leadership quality you need. Okay? Give me a vagina. I want hashtag. Okay, hashtag, seriously, hashtag Ben Carson. Guys, vote for Trump because then I think he might make Ben Carson VP. And that way, and also here's the thing. Dude, if you, you know what a MILF is, dude? Okay, what's a FLIF? It's a first lady I like to fuck. Seriously, do you want Ben Carson as VP with that FLIF? Holla, dude. Guys, wake up. Plus, Donald Trump's done some things. He's actually done some things. I like that. At this point in my life, these are my political leanings. I'm a libertarian. My political leanings are this. You have to have created one private sector job. And you have to have created one private sector job in your life. And secondly, you are not allowed to have gone to law school. Those are the two things. I think if we just literally had those two rules, you can't be a lawyer, you can't have gone to law school, and you also can't. You have to have created one private sector job. Hashtag Ben Carson. Okay, here's my commercial. Oh yeah, if you want to see like a true cunt, like earlier I was thinking, people, like a lot of girls don't like that. I don't like the word cunt. I don't like that word cunt. Okay, you want to see what law school does to people? Who's that chick on Fox News? She is so impressed with herself. Who is that chick? Man, Megyn Kelly, dude. Holy shit, that is a cyborg cunt. Okay, here you go. If you want to know how glad, there are a lot of jokes where we're like, who's that chick? Who's the other chick on Fox News? There's so many people on Fox News that are just soulless. Who's that chick? Anyway, Megyn Kelly. If you want to really, really know, like the cunt of cunts, and the thing, she's an attractive girl. I'll give you that. But read some stuff from her divorce, where, I'm not trying to kick dirt because everybody's gonna. I think 50% of people get divorced. But read how her husband, her ex-husband's like, I think you want like a servant, like you want to be the dude. And like there's a lot, that's classic Enneagram 1. If you want to know what Enneagram 1 looks like in a woman, and anyway, that's Megyn Kelly. She is very, very impressed with herself. And then read what her ex-husband says about her in a very respectful way. Like, yeah, she just really, I think, wants to grab a strap on and I think at some point, never mind, I won't go there. Megyn Kelly, dude. Who's that other chick that her voice, every time I hear, I'm trying to think of her name. She's also on Fox, no, maybe she's not on Fox News. She did like that. She's another law school, another law person, and she, had her voice, dude. Every time I hear her voice, I would pray, like, God, thank you that I'm not married to that woman. Not Megyn Kelly. Oh, also, if you're dating Megyn Kelly, $20 says you have an allowance and a bedtime. And a leash. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Hashtag Ben Carson. Hashtag Ben Carson. And also, I think Donald Trump's wife is hot as F. F. That's the new unit of measurement, F. Like there's 0 fucks and there's F. Like, why? What's F? He's a FLIF F? Yeah, she is a FLIF F. Okay, here's a commercial. Maybe I should just leave it jokes. I should just do jokes. I was gonna say, I'm gonna my goal is to move back to LA. I'm going to try to do comedy there. I may have to get a job. One thing that I would like to do is I want to do more speaking. And I think one thing that kind of is in my heart is I want to go to organizations and speak to and teach the Enneagram. It doesn't have to be, I want to teach the Enneagram. There's so many, like I said, I took a business. So I want to be a teacher. I'm not sure I want to go to the academic setting. I'm not sure I want to go back to get my master's degree. This is not funny, but it kind of is funny. I built a company from less than $5 to $500,000. And so I'm looking at on Craigslist or looking at different places for where they're looking for teachers. And this one company or one college is like, we're looking for someone who can teach business. And I'm like, dude, I'm your guy. I mean, I built a company. There's not that many humans that have built a company from nothing to $500,000. Most businesses fail the first 2 years. We went, a decade. And this is a company I started with less than $5. Ask me to bring my $3.58, and I'll tell you that story. I have framed $3.58 because when I closed my very first loan in Austin, Texas, that's how much I had in my checking account. So I started a company from $3, $4, all the way to $500,000. I applied, and one of their criteria is I had to have my doctorate in business. And I thought, the irony of that, the irony is that the people who have doctorates never have actually started a business. So I want to be a teacher. I also have a heart for churches, and I would love, so here's my commercial. I would love to bring cinema to the local church. You're like, what, cinema? Like, you want to bring movies to the local church? Here you go. Some people connect with God and nature, and for me, if that's you, then call me, because I love to go, hike and surf. Or I don't surf yet, but I like to hike and be around the water. But one thing that I also love is I love the cinema. And a lot of times people don't understand that the cinema can be it's just a form of an art. I mean, it's an art form. And so one thing I would love to do is I'd like to have movie night at your church where I'm bringing a documentary or maybe 2 documentaries, where I'm bringing a documentary and I'm coming to the local church to help strengthen that church, because every church has problems. And I think I'm not really called to be like a pastor, but I'm called, I think, to come into an organization and say, okay, how can I help, and then take my stab at it. Like, for example, you can almost guarantee I'm going to bring you Muscle Shoals. I mean, there's so much in Muscle Shoals. Go watch that documentary. Valley Uprising. Man, go watch that one. Go watch Eddie Would Go. These documentaries, and most of what I'm going to bring, even though I say movie night, most of what I will bring will be documentaries to teach and to edify and to build. And I may even ask the elders, okay, what's the problem the church is having? And then they may say, well, there's not enough unity. Well, I may go find a couple of documentaries that speak to that, kind of give your pastor the night off or 2 nights off. And, they need to kind of do some R&R, bring somebody in. I promise I won't say fuck that many times. But I do have a heart for teaching spiritual things. So if you have a church and you would like me to come speak to your church and bring a documentary, have movie night, we could do it on Saturday. I got that idea in Durango, Colorado. I'm like, man, see, I love Durango because it's everything I love. I know you're like, okay, Durango one more time. Well, it has cannabis, it has epic nature and wonderful people. And I love it. The problem is, just felt like, anyway, I'll tell you why I left later. And, it's hard to date there. I felt like Durango was supposed to always be in my life, but I think I was not meant to stay there full time. And so going with the leading, if you want to call it that. But I've always, my favorite movie house is called the Gaslight, and it's in Durango. And I would love to get about 20, 30 people there together and just watch a documentary. Call it JJ Holla, or, John's Movie Night, or Jonathan. Anyway, Google Gaslight in Durango. If you're ever in Durango, go to the Gaslight, ask for the Fibonojji discount. Fibonojji discount? I don't think we have a Fibonojji. Yeah, you do. Fibonojji discount. I love Durango. In fact, one day I'd like to own a place on Main Street, open up a comedy store, in Durango, bring comedy to Colorado. These are just dreams, baby. But one thing I want to do in the interim is I want to do some more teaching. I'd love to do movie night at your church. So if your local pastor wants to take a night off and you're not afraid of me saying fuck too many times, I would love to bring a documentary. But seriously, I would like to kind of know, I would ask the people, like, what problem is this church having? And let me kind of bring a documentary that will speak to that. And it won't be a lot of me bringing dogma. I don't even believe in dogma. But I believe in just saying, okay, let's have movie night. Let's see if we can't work on that problem. Because, sometimes one of the problems I think the local pastor has is the pastor has to be nice, but the prophet can say fuck. And I think I'm on that side. And the prophet can come in a loving, hopefully mature way and say, man, we got to work on unity. Got to work on unity. Or whatever issue your church is having. Pay me like $200,000. Host me. Pretty and safe, baby. Love this song. All right, guys. Movie night with JJ Holla. Durango. I would love to. Anyway, local churches. Otherwise, I'm probably going to go back to LA. Might even be, I don't know, I may get a job, may work on some comedy. But I would love to just do more teaching. Or maybe you're a university person and you want me to teach business, man. I would love to be, just pay me $200,000. I'll come teach. Seriously, I grew a company from nothing to over $500,000. I think you can pay me $200,000 to teach brilliant minds how to do it. And I'll bring a real life experience. There's one of the problems with academia is there's too many PhDs and not enough experienced people. All right, you guys be good. Email me, Americana417@gmail.com. There's my commercial. Hope it wasn't too long. I'll bring some jokes, I promise. All right, you guys be good.